Hi there and welcome back to this channel. If you're new around here, this is a place where I talk about music production, I talk about the gear I use to create the tracks around here. Sometimes I show off my projects, my mixing techniques, things like that. I'm also getting active into the stock music library scene, where I want to share what is happening and what my experience is. And this video is going to be mostly dedicated to AudioJungle. So AudioJungle is one of the music libraries where you can upload music to and sell your tracks. AudioJungle has a review process that can sometimes be a little bit intimidating if your track is not formatted in a certain way or produced in a certain way. They probably won't accept it. I have got my shares of rejections on AudioJungle and I still do now today. But today I got something called a soft rejection, and that means that they accept the track, but you have to do some changes to it. So I can show you how the email looks like. So you get an email like this. Spacey electronic vibes. Yeah, the name of my track. Original, right? Anyway, it says it isn't quite ready for AudioJungle, but blah blah blah. If you do this and resubmit it, we will consider it again. Okay, so what they say here, and this is important to read, it says the end of this track, and it also says variations. Okay, so that means the original track was all right. So the variations, they are too sudden and too abrupt. So this diminishes commercial utility in a professional application settings. I guess that's a standard sentence. And then they say you need to allow the last note or chord to decay naturally to silence before you cut the ending of your track. So if I can address those issues by producing a new track, uploading it, I will consider it again. And they also says that the team have invested time in reviewing and providing feedback on my submission, and if they feel that I have not invested enough time in making those changes they just said that I should make, it may be considered misuse of the reviewal process. And if you do this continuously, so if you do a change to your track, re-upload it, but it's still not good enough, they can revoke my submission rights to AudioJungle or ban me or something. I guess that's a kind of a legal thing they have to have there. I'm not sure if they actually practice that, but at least they say that. So I have the tracks here. So this is a 30-second edit of the Spacey electronic vibes. This is the original on the top here. This is the original file. So it sounds, I can play it from the start. It's just 30 seconds. So they felt that this ending was too abrupt and it needed to change. So I did some changes to my original file. I went into the project. I reduced some of the reverb tail on the end, changed some automation settings on the, especially on the delay and reverb. I did automate them out so that you don't get that long tail of spacey sound. The ending on the new one ended up being like this. You can hear it gets a little bit more dry to the end here. Listen at about 26 seconds. So to compare, here is the ending on the original one that got rejected. So maybe it's a little bit abrupt. So I did the same on the 15-second edit and on the 60-second edit, and the original file I did not do any changes on because they said variations. Okay, I actually wanted to do some changes to the original file, but I thought no, they didn't say I should do anything on it, so I left it. So I just made the changes. I made a new preview file, packaged everything up in a zip file. I uploaded it, and it took, I think, 15 minutes, and track got approved. And now I wanted to just show you here my status sheet here in Google Sheets. So I talked about this in another video, but I can do it now as well. So stock name, this is the name of my tracks. So now I am actually having 30 tracks ready and uploaded to different libraries here. So on AudioJungle you can see that my tracks are, not all of them are accepted. So the first batch I sent was, I can only send 2 tracks. So the first one, I got 1 accepted, 1 rejected. Same the second time, 1 rejected and 1 accepted. The third time I submitted something, both got rejected. And the fourth time, so now, it's 1 got rejected here, and so this Spacey Electronic Vibes got accepted when I did the changes. And as I have said in another video, I have only 2 tracks per month upload possibility on AudioJungle, and I have these tracks ready to go. It will take me about 1 year, I think, to get everything uploaded to AudioJungle. So that's just the way it is. It's nothing I can do anything about, so I don't really fret that much over it. We also have Pond 5 here. Pond 5 have accepted everything. Dreams Time, everything. 123 RF have accepted everything. Soundscape, it's another library. They are also pretty strict. Deposit Photo have accepted everything, but this is a library mostly for video and photos. Music Grid, I have not uploaded that many tracks there because I think the upload process is a little bit cumbersome. It takes a lot of time. Music Case is a place where you get your tracks accepted, or you can put them online immediately after you upload them. So you have an approval process from Music Case, and they say that every track you upload after now, they will get accepted, but they have the power to go and disable the tracks if they want to. They haven't done that yet. And Motion Elements, it just takes Motion Elements. I haven't really figured out how I should upload that in a good way there, how I should structure my tracks, if to package them in a zip file, or if I just should upload each and every track. So if you have any experience on Motion Elements, you are welcome to type them down in the comments below if you want. And also I have here some status on other libraries. Artlist, I have applied to Artlist. They did not accept me. Motion Array, same thing there. Melody Loops, I'm waiting. And actually Music Vine, I'm also waiting for Music Vine. So it's a little bit Norwegian and English here. So this is a year when I don't really see myself earning actually anything on this in terms of income, because I need to build up a body of work on these libraries, I think, before I can expect to get anything in return. And that's usually how it works on most of the things in the world. YouTube, things like this, you just have to keep on doing it. These tracks are 30 tracks, but these tracks are not new productions. I think maybe 1 or 2 of these tracks are made in, what can I say, recent years. These are tracks I have already made years before, but I have rearranged them and remixed them and tried to make them as stock worthy as possible. When I'm out of tracks, I have to produce new tracks. Yeah, so I'm going to rework everything I have. I think I have maybe around 80 or 100 different tracks. Publish them to stock libraries, and after I've done that, I'm going to produce new music focused for music libraries. As for earnings, my tracks have not earned anything since my last update, and I don't really expect much from them, at least this year. This year is just let's say, a working year. It's about making the tracks ready, it's about uploading the tracks, it's about making them available for people out there. and we will see how much time I have to do this. I also have a day job and a family and things like that, so I can't focus my entire waking time on this. But having a day job is good because then I don't depend on the income from this field. So I hope this was interesting, entertaining, or helped in any way. If you have any suggestions or questions, you can type them up below and I will try to answer as good as possible. And with that said, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Take care and goodbye. Ha det bra!